Right, this card I made a couple of days ago and I put it up in my Facebook groups, and one or two people have since messaged me and asked me what stamps I used and is there any chance I could do a demo. So today I'm going to demo this. Very pretty card, wintry scene, not necessarily Christmas but a nice wintry scene anyway. So let's give this a go then. Right, to start with, let's go with my inks first. I've already got my inks put out in my palette ready. Now these are, I've got a Jane Davenport Skinny Dip Tantastic Brown colour that I'm going to be using. These are really very thin inks, lovely to use. I've got a pink ink grey mist, a nice grey colour without being too dark. You can make it as dark as you like, but obviously the more layers you build up. And then I'm using the Cosmic Shimmer Intense Pigment Stains. Now these are fantastic because these are very vibrant, and a tiny bit goes a very long way, and you can get these to be as pale or as dark as you like. So we're going to be using Sunflower Yellow, Deep Plum, this is my favourite, Blue Violet, beautiful blue colour that, Rose Pink and Citrus Lime. So that's the colours I'm going to be using. As I say, they're the intense, very intense colour on those. To water them down quite a lot to get what you want if you want it pale. Right, VersaFine Clair Nocturne for stamping as always. The stamps. Now then, this little corner set of buildings, I love this stamp, and I love the way it's been painted in watercolour, and as you know I like to watercolour. Stamping Bella, and it's just called Sketchy Corner Backdrop. It's a lot larger than what it shows you on there. I've already got it stuck down on my stamping block. It's rather a large stamp, as you can see. And then I'm just going to add a few little people here and there, and some animals, using the cardio stamps for those, because you get the different sizes of everything. You can use these for building good perspectives and on your sceneries and things like that. So Stamping Bella and cardio. And I'm going to use an A5 card, which is 6 by 8¼ inches, or 15 by 21 if you prefer centimetres. My mat is 12.5 by 18.5 centimetres. I've cut my watercolour card, I am using watercolour card, larger, because it's likely that I'll trim the edges off once I've got my watercolour down, my paints down. Okay, so let's get started. Now, first of all, I want to stamp out my little set of corner shops. I love these rubber stamps because they're just so finely detailed, and it looks like there's no ink on there, but it picks up such fine details. Make sure I stamp all of my little lantern in because I missed some of that out last time. I had to draw it back in. Okay, so good dabbing with that, and I'm going to put this over this side. Probably about there. I think I've just dotted a bit, and it's going to cause a problem, but never mind, we'll see. It shouldn't do, it should blend in. Yeah, just there, that'll blend in. I always manage to do that with this stamp, I don't know why. Right, so that's that. That's stamped in place. I've got that where I want it. Just give my stamp a quick clean. You know, I like to keep my things nice and clean as I go along. Right, I'll put that to one side. Now, what I'm going to do first of all, before I start painting with my beautiful colours, I'm going to wet around this area, and then I'm going to add my ink so that it blends, so that the ink blends in, it'll spread. So very carefully around the little shops. I think it's just like a little set of shops. I love it. I love this set. It's great. And I'm just going to do that. It doesn't have to be soaking wet. You want it quite wet, but it doesn't have to be soaking. I'm not going to go right to the edge because I'm going to lose some of that, I think. And then just pull that wet out there. Just to get some of that colour, and I'll do the ground. I'll do that later, and I'll end up blending that into everything else. Right, so now I want to add some blue. Wet brush. I'm just going to dot it around to start with. Like that. See how it spreads. I love it. I love watercolour. It's so easy to work with. The way it spreads and everything, the way you can manipulate it, it's fantastic. Now I did mean to leave a white patch around there because I want to do that bit in yellow. So now I'm just going to try and pull some of the colour together. I have a little bit going down there as well. We can do that. Try and get as close to the edge as I can without disrupting the buildings. Pull some of that colour in. A bit more maybe. I do like to have a bit dabbed, just splattered on as well. That's it. Now I'm going to add a tiny bit of red. I'll probably put a bit too much in. Actually, this isn't a red, it's a pink. I keep and I want them to blend in together now, so it doesn't matter that this area is a bit darker. I can darken the other area as well. I can also dab it out if I don't want it too much. I do like a bit of pink in me. I always like to have a bit of pink in my sky. Probably a bit too much just there, but never mind. Let's see if we can put some blue. Gives it that purple haze then. Do a little bit of mix a bit of blue and pink together. Yeah, that lovely purple haze effect. Okay, right, that's really quite dark, so I'm just going to go over again with my brush, blend some of that in a bit more. This can come into the ground. So you've got that lovely blend of blue and pink, but they still remain separate as well, if you get my meaning. You still see the pink away from the blue. So that's my sort of sky effect. It's never going to be exactly the same as the first one I did. You're never going to achieve that. It just don't happen that way. And I just like to have some splatters on that corner. I'm just going to spritz that because I want them to spread a bit. That's it. Right, so that's that part done. Now I am going to dry it off a little bit because, hold on, paint's My blue's disappeared now. I've dabbed it that much, it's disappeared altogether. I just want a little bit of splatter, that's what I wanted. Just adds to it. Oh, that's spreading itself out. I'll dry this off because I don't want the colours from the houses blending into it. I do prefer to let it dry naturally, to be honest, because you don't get this crinkling and creasing. Right, so now I'm going to work on that lantern. I want some pale yellow around that, so I'm going to use a finer brush. Let's try and move a bit into my palette over there so I can get it, water it down, make it pale. And I want this, just that little glow around there like that. Push some of that colour out. Like that. Perhaps a little bit darker. Let it spread out among that as well, because it's going to colour the sky. That's it. And I'll have a little darker bit in the middle. And bring that out again. That's it, and drag it out. And I can dab that. Okay, so you get that lovely light shining. And what I'm going to do now is, you see, I've got quite a what can I call it? A positive edge. I'm going to blend that in. So I've just got a brush with water, and I'm just going to blend that edge away. Like that. Dab it. There you go. So now I've got no positive edge around that lantern now, around that shine. Okay, so now to paint the buildings. Same again. I'm gonna, let's use the right brush, Ange. Do you know what I could do with different brushes? I could do with colour coded brushes, I think. I'm gonna wet the buildings, because I'm gonna colour these in the same way as I did the sky. I just want it a little bit wet. Doesn't have to be soaking like I've just done there. Some of this will start to dry up as I use it, as I'm painting, but I don't want this video to be too long and painful, so right, so I'm going to start off. I think I will use my fine brush for painting these houses with a little bit of brown. Try and keep my colours watery, so I just drag it away from the main blob. And I'm just going to fill that in. Try and avoid filling in the windows, which is very difficult because it's all so tiny. I think that's meant to be a block of windows as well. So I'm just going to go down there with that. And I'm going to blot these as I go along because I don't want the ink to spread out any further than I've already put it. Right, and then we're going to have a pink building. So again, drag that colour away. And what I'll do is, once I've got the main colour down, I'll go over again in some places where it make it look darker. Little railings there. A double window there. And going between these windows is really difficult because they're so tiny. I can always go over them with white anyway. Then what I'll do is I'll blend the next building into those with brown. So I'm going to do a bit of brown at the top. This top half of the building can be sort of brown. I'm going to bring that into the pink. It's gone really faint on my brush, but that's cool. That's just what I want really. Right, and I want some darker areas on this, so I'm just going to add to my brush. And I want to bring that dark around and across there. Dab it off so I don't have too much. I'm going to do the same with the pink as well. Some areas slightly darker than others. And across there. Leaving some of it pale. The thing I love about watercolor, you just blend everything and just keep building it until you get what you want. Keep it as pale or as dark as you want, and if it is a bit darker than you want, just go over it with water like that and pull the colour back out like that. You get that nice blend as well. Then I like to go over mine with water to blend my edges. Don't like no solid edges. Okay, and then we're going to have a blue building down here. And it can go around to the corner as well. Let's get a bit more of that blue involved in there. It's not very, I've watered it down that much now from using it for the sky. No blue left in it. That's going to go around that corner. Don't matter if you get it on the windows, you can always use your white pen to get some of that out again. And I'm just going to go over that with water just to bleed out some of that darker shade. And dab it. Didn't bleed that much out, did it really? Let's just wet the rest of my buildings again. Ready for the next lot. Try and wipe out some more of that blue. There you go. Might need to put a bit more blue in my palette, I think, actually. It's a lovely, it's got a lilac-y shade to it. It is blue, but it's got that lilac-y look. Blue violet. Have a bit more of that in there. Oh, came out a bit quick, didn't it? That's it. At least I'll get some blue on my brush now. That's it. Blue. You want a blue house. There we go. Now we have a blue house. Or shop, or whatever these buildings. I'm sure they're meant to be shops. That's what I've always kept them as shops. A little bit around that corner. Sleeves are a bit long on my jumper, I keep getting caught. That's it. I think that blue building behind can be blue as well, this one. But not too blue. I can blend into that one as well. And you can do these any colour. I mean, you don't have to do colours. You can do these buildings. You know, they'd look just as nice if you just did them in brown or pink or whatever. But they always remind me of like a seaside place where the buildings are all done up in different colours. So that's why I do them in colours. So nice and pale. I think we'll have another pink, bit of pink. Down there, another pink building down here. And then the windows in. A bit darker down one side. We'll end with a brown building again. It's hard to see what's windows and what's not, but just go with it, it doesn't really matter. Not really sure what that is sticking out there either, but a little bit of purple on that one, I think. Right, so your buildings are coloured in pretty much. Then I'm going to do the floor. And I'm going to use this grey for that, so I'm going to get some water in my palette, keep this grey as pale as I can. I can use a bigger brush actually. And do this floor. And let that blend into the sky colour as well. Make it slightly darker there across this bit. Not that it is. A darker shade under the buildings, not very dark under the buildings. What colour? Let's add a bit of, let's pour some of that grey across and add a bit of brown to it. Sort of clay kind of colour. On those, don't know what that is. And that ground just there. A few patches of it here and there. Blend all the colours in. Okay, I want a bit darker grey along there. Bit of water, blend it out. It's too dark. Now that light would give a shadow, and I'm going to do the shadow come in across this way. Let me just dab some of that extra wet up, otherwise I'm not going to be able to place my shadows. Right, so this light needs a shadow, and it would come off the pavement and I think across there, like that. So these buildings will also have a bit of a shadow, but their shadow, because the light's going that way, so their shadow would go out that way, out towards that way. So it'll blend it into the sky. I'm going to colour that in. I don't really know what that is, but I'm going to colour it in dark grey. Same bloody brush. I don't really know what that is meant to be, but whatever it is, it's dark grey purple now. There you go. I love mixing my colours. Really don't know what that was meant to be, but anyway. Right, so I've got my shadow, which has ran a little bit, for my lamppost. A little bit wide, but never mind. Stop it from bleeding. There you go. Now I'm gonna just paint this lamppost, and I'll dry it all off. How can I make that really dark? Let's get a bit of that grey, a bit of that purple, and a bit of that blue. Nope, looks nearly blue. Oh, nearly blue and purple. Almost black. Get rid of some of that. Let's take some more of that grey. That'll do. It's darker than everything else. It just needs to be for my light, for my lantern. On top of my lantern, colouring in. And its base. And down there. Back in with that grey. I'm going to do this across it here. Like that. And then brown. This little bit of roof here. And that little bit of roof on top of there. Maybe that, I don't know what that is, but and this little roof on top of here. Got a little chimney on top. Okay. So I'd say it's not going to be exactly the same as the other one, but I'm going to get as near to it as I can. Right, so for now, I think that's all good. We've got all the basis down anyway. If there's any colours I've missed, I can add them in onto dry paper. I mean, I've kept my paper damp because I've wanted the colours to spread into each other so that I get no solid lines. And sometimes you just need to dry it off to build your layers of colour, because it will just blend in if you don't. Whereas up to now I've wanted that all to blend in, so we're good. But I am now going to grab that grey again, a bit of that grey. It's nearly all gone. And put it back under them buildings, that's it. And underneath that curb. That's it. Okay. Brush is almost dry, so I'll just pull it across. That's it. So now I'm going to stamp some people, and I'm going to use, that's my stamping Bella. Right then, Cardio. Now, because these are look like little corner shops, and these people on this Cardio set home for Christmas look like they're coming home from there doing their shopping. So I'm going to use the same couples as I did last time because the perspective is just right. Luckily you get these black images that you can go with. I'm going to put them, I put them pavement last time. I'm going to have them there because they're in perspective with my lamppost. They're the right sort of size. It's about the size you would be against a lamppost, isn't it? See what I mean? I could even have them further back. I could have them just coming up the curb. Yeah, I think I'll have them. Yeah, it looks like she's just stepping up, don't it? So I'm going to have her stepping up the curb there. And then I'm going to have this couple with the umbrella. They look like they're facing this way. So I don't want the same couple again, but smaller. So I'm going to have this couple. Look, it look like they're walking down this street. So they can be walking down here. See? Right, it's difficult for you to see it with that, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. So use my largest couple first. And stamp them in Nocturne. Give it a good dab in, make them well black. And I'm going to do them so that, can you still see them? Are still on? I'm going to do them so they're just stepping up onto this curb. He's on the curb and she's just stepping up. He's there and she's going to be there. Press it down firmly. Being watercolour card, it's give it time to soak in. Give it time the ink to soak in. That should do it. Yeah, see, not very black at all, is it? I shall colour that with paint because I don't want to ruin the effect of the watercolour by using a marker pen or something. Put them back in there. The couple with the umbrella. I could add a tree or two, but these trees have got snow on. I'm not really making it a snowy day. So again, is that the, yeah, the couple with the umbrella coming the other way. Plenty of ink on there. And have them walking down here. These can be coming down the street. I think I'll have them just about here. I don't know where I put them on my other picture now. Oh, I've got them overlapping the building. Okay. Well, they're not this time. See, they've come out nice and dark this time, haven't they? So that's them. They are from the Cardio Home for Christmas set. Let's put that back in there. And while I've got this set out as well, we'll have some birds. Get some little birds flying across the sky. Let's make sure we're going the right way up. Don't want them flying upside down. Yep, so that's. hard to tell. Yeah, that's the way. So blooming tiny. So I'm just going to have little birds up in the sky, flying by. Have some in the distance as well. There you go. Little birds. Cardio home for Christmas. Stem one's done. And now, just to make it adds that cuteness to it, see these little bunch of mice. Everybody's favourite cardio stamps, I think. There must be. I use them so much. I use them on a lot of my cards and things. I'm just going to stamp them there so they're looking in, waiting for everyone to go home so they can go and dig out, I don't know, food or whatever from the shops. So just put them there, little ratties. Oops, that's got that halfway down me. Whatchamacallit, and I'm going to sit them here, I think. Have them looking right on the corner. Looking right in from the corner, that's it. Have them there. So I do love this Stampin' Bella building stamp. It's great. You can really build some lovely scenes with it. I did one before, I think, where I just had a lone fox sitting on the street looking up the street. It was well cute. So there's my little ratty family, and they are on Water's Edge, Cardio Water's Edge. Put them back in there, little cuties. Put that over there out of the way. So as you can see, our scene is being pretty well built up now. So now I want to darken those. I'm going to need some more of that grey. Where is it? Oh, no. I need to leave this one out. Dark grey. I just want to darken those people because they's looking a bit faint, a bit see-through. We has not got ghosts. We've not got ghosties doing their shopping or finishing their shopping. So I like that. It looks just like she's just stepping up onto that pavement there. Still looking a bit see-through, isn't it? That grey's not dark enough. I need a black. I'll have to get a black one. Yeah, that'll do. They're dark enough. Little mouse is a bit paler now, so we'll give him some. Right, now they need shadows, so mix again a little bit of that brown with that grey. Gives it a weird. Well, it's a bit too dark now. Bit too dark. Right, water. So now their shadow is going to be going the same way as the light. And there are two of them, so I'm going to do it like that. But their shadow is going to go behind them because the light is facing that way. So their shadows are going to go across there like that. Should have gone that way a bit actually. That's it, still on the ground. It is a bit dark, so. Just not quite dark enough, that grey. It's just add a bit of brown into it. There you go. Dab that because I don't want it to spread. Yeah. Sorry guys and gals, just had to get me shopping in. So where were we? I was going to about to cut this down, weren't I? So we've got, I'm going to go just under 18 because me mat, yeah, I've done that one, haven't I? And then this one is 12.5, so if I do that just under 12 and I'll take it off the bottom. Right. Just take those edges off because I don't really need them. I like to be sure I've got enough card before I don't want to really cut it down when I'm doing one of these kind of paintings. So that will go on there. I'm not going to stick it down for now because I'll stick it onto here, but not onto the main card because I'm going to put it under something heavy to flatten it down because I've heated it to dry it. It's warped and it will take a bit of flattening. So what I'll do is I'll stick that to the black mat. Oh, now my glue don't want to play. Come on, oh, there we go. That's it. So I'm going to stick that onto my mat. Try and get a bit nearer the edge to make sure it stays down, stays stuck down. Just had my Tesco shopping delivered and just discovered that my Christmas pork joint is missing, and so is all of my salad. So I've now got to get on the phone and get them to deliver it because there's no way they're going to turn around and say we'll give you your money back because I want my bloody pork joint. Right, and I double checked everything last night. I know it was there on my list. It's not my error, not this time. Not very level, have I? Let's pull that across a bit. There you go. Right, so that will be stuck to that. Level it up a bit. And that will then stick onto that, and there is today's card. Lovely. Nice winter scene. Doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas like I say, but it's just a nice wintry scene. And then I'm just going to put this underneath something heavy to flatten it down before I stick it onto the main card. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this demo, my darlings. Thank you for watching. If I'm not back here before Christmas, do have a wonderful Christmas, everybody. I'm sure I'll see you before the new year. But yeah, have a fantastic time, everybody. See you later. Bye.